Going into the actual game and playing around with it and seeing what you designed and how that translates back, it's just a really, really fun experience. I was a very lost kid, and Art Center really helped me find a lot of my identity and especially my career. Initially at Art Center, I was exposed to the illustration program, which really spoke to me. There was no entertainment design foundation at the school yet. It was very kind of open-ended. I remember going to the school cafeteria one day and saw my friend reading through a book which was The Art of Star Wars. And I saw that book and I said, holy crap, this is what I want to do. I literally found my passion, you know, because we would go into these classes drawing trees and birds. We're like, man, can we turn in some robots, or can we do something just fun and edgy? And they're like, no, no. Almost kind of restrict us down a little bit. There were a few other students actually that were in my same class, and they're all very influential people right now within their respective entertainment fields. We were so adamant about wanting to try that we did it anyway, and that's actually what started that whole kind of movement actually within the school itself. And sooner or later, you know, more and more students from other majors would start coming along, transportation, product design, and we start fulfilling this need. The illustrators didn't know how to draw hard objects, so we'd ask the product guys, hey, how do you guys draw cars and like guns and stuff? And they would ask us, well, how do you draw people? How do you draw character design? So we'd exchange all this information all the time. It was so productive and so fruitful. The thing that kept me up at night was because I wasn't designing, you know? I was doing paintings off of someone else's designs and using them obviously for a different purpose, but I was like, man, it would be so cool to be the person to create these things, you know, actually think of them and create them with, you know, your own mind and hands. And that's what really drove me to start creating a portfolio specifically just for concept design. So I'd be working in the day, go home at night and try to fulfill that. I like to go as far as possible. You know, the more history that I can discover, the more kind of quirks that give a person actual character. We also did some stuff for a car racing game. So we'd go visit garages and, you know, go hang out with car guys and just see what their whole community is about. Because if it doesn't apply to them, then who will it apply to? You know, we just kind of miss the mark, you know. Initially, when I was a student, the film industry was huge. It was big, big, big. And slowly, the game industry was, wow, it's making the same amount of revenue as the film industry, but now it's actually eightfold. The game industry makes 8 times more money than the film industry, which is insane. Definitely, I love still creating art, and definitely would love to work on a lot of awesome, cool game titles. Some of the things that we have going on in here are actually where we're also working on our own intellectual properties as well, trying to do our own thing, what is cool for us. So we've been doing it for a lot of other places now. Now it's kind of saying, oh, well, what would I like to do if I had the opportunity?